Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, it's sectional time in boys hoops. Plus, state champions are crowned in girls basketball and boys swimming.
Always a unique experience. It's always different with each and every team, and you just try to soak in the memories and the experience with the people.
Tonight in our Coach's Corner, I'm joined by the man leading one of the state title favorites in Class 4A. Plus, our athlete of the week is a two-sport high school star.
You know, I just want to win. I want to be on a team and be able to help them any way that I can.
Let's dive right in. The Zone Extra starts now.
Hey, good evening to you and welcome to the Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a week of high school action with state champions in multiple sports, as well as the start of the boys basketball tournament. In our Coach's Corner tonight, I get a chance to chat with Carmel basketball coach Ryan Osborne as he looks to lead the Hounds to a state title. Plus, our athlete of the week is a two-sport star at Delta High School. Olivia Ray introduces us to Brady Hunt, and you won't want to miss our top play of the week from Warren Central High School. And stick around to find out how you can be a part of the show. Now let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Last weekend featured a pair of local teams competing for state championships in girls basketball. The action tipped off Friday night in Class 2A, with Tipton making his first ever appearance in the title game, facing defending champion Linton Stockton, that is. This one was all minors, though. Linton Stockton jumped out to an 11-point lead after a quarter and never looked back, shooting 50% in the game while forcing the Blue Devils into 26 turnovers. Linton Stockton wins a second straight Class 2A state title, that is. And Saturday night, it was Brownsburg, led by senior star Allie Becky, reaching the championship game for the first time in program history. The Dogs took on, that is, second-ranked Crown Point. Now, Becky was on fire early, scoring 14 points in the first quarter and helping stack Brownsburg to a 9-point lead. However, Crown Point's defense clamped down in the second, holding Brownsburg scoreless in the period. Brownsburg trailed by just a pair of after three quarters, but couldn't quite get over the hump as Crown Point wins its first title since 1985. Congratulations to them. So let's take a look at each of the four state champions this year in girls basketball. 1A Pioneer gets it done, who defeated Lagodi by a single point in the title game. Class 2A, as we mentioned, Linton Stockton, who goes back-to-back. How about that? In 3A, Silver Creek, who topped South Bend, Washington for the program's first title. And in 4A, you got Crown Point, who finishes the season 25-1. Congratulations to all on putting together an incredible season and winning state titles. And in the boys basketball, it's one of the best times of the year. That's right, sectional week is here. Action tipped off across the state just Tuesday night, with teams hoping to make a run that ends at, yes, Bankers Life Fieldhouse coming up. Not in March, but in April. Yeah, in Sectional 8 action at Carmel Tuesday night, we got a pair of matchups between Hoosier Crossroad teams. Westfield played tourney play against Zionsville. The Rock jumped out to a 10-point lead after a quarter and 15 at the half. They come all the way back here with a 61-47 win, and we'll meet Noblesville coming up tomorrow night. In the other game, it was the Mudsock rivalry between Hamilton Southeastern and Fishers. This was a close one, folks, throughout the game. The Royals get a 4-point win to advance, and they know the tall challenge that awaits them in second-ranked Carmel.
We've been reading some of the media, and they haven't really been talking about us, so this felt really great, especially against our rival. It's a great team. It was a great team win.
Playing our crosstown rivals, we always know it's going to be a tough game. The biggest things that we talked about was getting off to a good start. We did that tonight. Then we made a few bad plays down the stretch, but we held on. So we're moving on to Friday. Big challenge though, Friday night, playing against Carmel. We'll have to do our best to see if we can stay in the game.
All right, should be a good one. And Avon High School is the host for Sectional 12 this year in the opener Tuesday night. Defending sectional champ Brownsburg moved on with a 12-point win over Mooresville, and 6th-ranked Plainfield picked up a 15-point victory over Terre Haute North. They advanced to the semifinals coming up tomorrow night. Let's take a look at tomorrow night's matchups in Sectional 12. In the opener is Brownsburg facing Terre Haute South. That's followed by Avon and Plainfield in the nightcap Of course, we will have all the highlights coming up for you on both of those games coming up tomorrow on The Zone. And in Sectional 10, it's one of the state's most competitive, with 4 teams ranked in the top 10 and all 7 teams entering the postseason with at least a 500 record. Crispus Attucks opened the action with a hard-fought win over Tech, and the Tigers will meet North Central coming up tomorrow night. Panthers coach Jason Gardner knows whoever comes out of this sectional will definitely earn the title.
It's the hardest section on the state. There's no gimmies. Every game, every matchup is going to be exciting. I mean, just looking at all the teams that we played so far, you know, up and down. There's a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches, so it's going to be a very fun sectional.
All right, meanwhile, in Sectional 10, just last night, what a treat. Number 3, Lawrence North against number 4, Cathedral. The Irish jumped out to an early lead before LN stormed back in a mighty way. The Wildcats led by 3 at the break and extended the lead to double figures in the third. Cathedral rallied, but Coach Jack Keefer's team was just way too tough in this one. They pick up the 12-point win and move on to Friday night's semifinal matchup coming up there at Tech High School. All right, moving to the pool now, and the IHSAA swimming season came to a close over the weekend with the state finals downtown at the Natatorium, and there were several amazing performances by the local swimmers, folks. Zionsville sophomore Will Modulin wins a pair of events, bringing home the 200 individual medley and 100 backstroke titles. That helped the Eagles to a third-place team finish. And speaking of double winners, congratulations to Delta's Brady Samuels, who won both the 50 freestyle and 100 butterfly. Keegan Streak of Hamilton Southeastern is your champion in the 200 freestyle. And the team champions, no surprise here. Carmel wins 3 events and tallies an impressive 360 points to finish well ahead of runner-up Fishers. It's a record 7th straight title for the Hounds. Coach Chris Plum says success isn't something the team takes for granted, especially in the season like this.
It never gets old, and it's always a unique experience. It's always different with each and every team, and you just try to soak in the memories and the experience with the people. And this was, given all the situation and the pandemic that everyone went through, it was truly a unique year. But from these guys, the way they bonded over the time and they came together, and they just truly, when you get something taken away, you kind of appreciate it when you get it. I think in some ways it was the opportunity to say, look, swimming got to be a grind at a time, but when you get it taken away, you really get to appreciate being with your friends and coming together. So I think it made it special in that regard.
Well, when you win state championships, you're going to dive in the pool every time. Congratulations to the Greyhounds of Carmel. All right, time for a break, but we have much more ahead tonight here on the Zone Extra. Glad you're with us. Up next, speaking of Carmel, hey, the Coach's Corner. His team is considered one of the favorites in the Class 4A basketball tournament. Carmel head coach Ryan Osborne is in the house tonight. Can't wait to talk to Coach. And still ahead, he's a 2-sport star who will be staying close to home and playing football for Ball State next fall. We'll introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from Delta High School. That's still to come.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
All right, we're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. In 4 seasons at Carmel, his teams have won, get this, 85 games, including the 2019 4A state championship. The Hounds finished the regular season this year with a 20-2 record and are set to begin postseason play coming up tomorrow night against HSC. Let's welcome into the Zone Extra, good guy right here, head coach of the Carmel Greyhounds, Ryan Osborne. Coach, great seeing you as always. Glad you could be with us here tonight. Big game coming up for your team tomorrow, but here you are, success with the Greyhounds, 20-2. What do you like from what you're seeing from your team right now?
We've had great leadership this year. We returned most of our guys from last season, and a good group of seniors, some juniors that have some varsity experience, and guys that just, given all the circumstances, want to be in the gym together every day.
Dealing with COVID-19, and it has been a roller coaster for a lot of these teams here, but I got to commend yourself, these coaches around Central Indiana, the student athletes, how these kids are buying in. Hey, look, we got to be careful, safety first. If we want to see some action on the court and play in the postseason. And look, here we are, postseason play. How have you guys been able to navigate through this?
A day at a time, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of take with what you have and take advantage of every opportunity. And our kids have been awesome, just like everybody around the state. They've taken it serious and given our teams opportunities to go compete. And now you're starting to see some fans in the stands, and it's tournament time. So an exciting time of year, and I think you got to give the kids credit. Circumstances, honestly, that nobody's been through, and they're handling it like champs. So appreciate all of them.
Yeah, you know, we talk about you guys' record, only 2 losses this season, and they've been very close losses as well. Your schedule, intense, very tough. How much do you think that's going to help you guys as you get ready for postseason play coming up tomorrow night?
Sure, we talk about that. We want to play a tough schedule. The conference is tough, and you don't get a night off. And when the kids know they have to come every Friday, Saturday, and compete, and you're going to get people's best, and it's going to be a good team every weekend, you can't take practices off either. So just the thought process of getting better every day, preparing yourself for the next big game, which is the next one coming up. And when we get through that, then see what's next. But it's always been about trying to get a little bit better, and I think that schedule plays into it.
I know Fisher's got you guys this year by a point, but you're not playing Fisher. You're playing against HSC.
Yep.
They won the other night. And when you look at this team, what concerns you about the Royals?
They play hard. They're physical. They crash the boards pretty well. They got some good inside physical play, and I think their guards are really good. And I think anybody that plays in Sectional 8 knows you're going to get a team that's well prepared. They're going to be well coached. They're going to have adjustments. Their kids are going to play together. And so it's every night you're going to see a challenge.
Yeah, you look here at the sectional semifinals right now, as we mentioned, Carmel against HSC, and then Noblesville against Westfield coming up on the game on Friday night. Coach, you got some great players on your team, Brian Waddell and Pete Sutter. Give me your take on them and just what they've been able to bring to the table for your basketball team this year, and especially, you got the senior there. They want to, definitely he wants to get to the state championship. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's been really locked in on his growth as a player, as a leader, as a teammate, and I think sometimes when you have the 2 guys in different classes that are both the alpha or the better player in their class, sometimes they can clash, but those guys have done a phenomenal job playing off of each other. I think they make each other better. They get excited when the other one makes a great play, or when the other one sees some success. So it's a growing experience, I think, from a basketball standpoint, but as people too, they continue to impress me.
So here we are. You've already won a state championship in 4 years. What have you enjoyed most about being at Carmel and the type of program you have there? And just, you look at, I was telling you about your assistants. You got former players who played in the NBA who are part of your staff as well. You got a pretty good thing going there at Carmel.
I do. I'm very fortunate. And the thing that I would say most often is it's an opportunity for me to learn. In the growth that I've been able to experience over the last 10 years is something that can be hard to explain because the kids in any given situation teach me and teach me how to coach in certain scenarios, and then the same thing with the coaching staff. I have a coaching staff that works their butt off and puts everything into the program, and we're fortunate. We're very, very fortunate with the administration that supports everything, and kids that are all bought in, and it takes everybody, and we've had some success, and sometimes those people maybe behind the scenes that don't get enough credit need to be talked about maybe more often.
So here's the deal. They are still the defending champions. There's obviously no state championship last year because of COVID-19. They won it all back in 2019. So we'll see if they can go back-to-back, if you will, and win a 4A state title. Always great to see you, my friend. Yeah. Good luck to you guys tomorrow against HSC, and all the best. You try to make a run to Bankers Life Fieldhouse in April during the Final Four weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, thanks a lot, AC. Appreciate you having me on the show.
No problem. We're going to take a timeout ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. It's our athlete of the week who is fighting for a sectional title in Class 3A. Coming up, we introduce you to Delta Star and the school's fourth all-time leading scorer, Brady Hunt. That's on the way. Plus, we take a look at our game plan for tomorrow night for the semifinal round of sectionals.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight as the boys basketball state tourney marches on. Delta has a target on their back as the favorite from sectional 24. Tonight we check in with an Eagle that will go down in Delta history. Our athlete of the week averages 21.8 points a game and 8 rebounds. Our Olivia Ray with more on Brady Hunt.
You know, I just want to win. I want to be on a team and be able to help them any way that I can, get wins, hopefully win a MAC championship and get to more bowl games.
From an impressive football career to record-setting basketball seasons at Delta, Brady Hunt has already become a household name here in Muncie. So it only made sense that come Saturdays next fall, that Hunt would suit up down the street as Ball State's newest quarterback.
The real exciting thing for me about watching Brady Hunt is 2 of my children went to school at the same school system with Brady, and so I've had a chance to see him over the years, both on the basketball court and on the football field. And what an unbelievable athlete.
Indeed. On the field, Hunt led the Eagles to their first sectional championship game since 2016, finishing his senior year with nearly 1,000 yards on both the ground and through the air. And then when it comes to the court, he's the all-time rebounding leader with the most career basketball wins as a 4-year starter at Delta High School. So no surprise that Hunt's talents snagged him dual sport scholarship offers. But here's why football won out.
You grow up and you dream about it, but you never think that it'll actually happen. And so once I had that opportunity, it kind of stressed me out because I didn't know which one to pick. But knowing that coaching staff and seeing the direction that program is going and the way that they play, it'll really fit my style. So I'm excited to be there.
And I'm excited because of the athletic ability, because of the skill set and what we can do with him in our offense here. And so I'm excited to help him develop and get the most out of his potential here at the next level.
Until then, Hunt has one more shot at some hoops hardware as Delta eyes their 3rd straight sectional title. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Oh, what a great story. All the best to him at Ball State. Okay, time for a break, but much more to come on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, we look ahead to a great Friday of basketball in the Zone coming up tomorrow night.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
And back here on the Zone Extra, Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. It's time now to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we will feature one of the top plays from the world of high school sports here in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved as well. We'll tell you how your video could be featured on a future show. But first, here's this week's top play. Warren Central facing Pike. Chandler Jackson takes it all the way and throws it down with the right hand. Let's take another look at this one here. Congrats to Chandler and the Warriors. Don't forget, we want you to get involved and send us your plays every week too. Your video could be featured on a future edition of the Zone Extra as our play of the week. Here's what you need to do. Tweet us the video on using the hashtag the Zone Extra. Tune in on our Thursday night to see if your submission becomes our play of the week. And Miami TV, Channel 23 is your local home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night, it's a Sectional 10 semifinal doubleheader with things getting underway at 6 o'clock. Coming off a tough win over Tech, Crispus Attucks takes on North Central in Game 1 of the tournament for Coach Jason Gardner and the Panthers. You can see all the action live on Miami TV, Channel 23, starting at 6 o'clock. And of course, it's sectional semifinal night across the state. We will have you covered on the Zone. Here's a look at our game plan. Highlights of 12 games coming your way on the Zone tomorrow night. You got Southport, Pike in action as well, and Plainfield. These are semifinal matchups, all those games coming your way tomorrow night on the Zone, the final edition of the Zone for the basketball season at 11:08 right here on Wish TV. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching the Zone Extra tonight. I'm Anthony Calhoun. We'll see you back here next Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here on Wish TV.